I wasn't expecting that. What the hell?
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
She can jump between mines. Hopefully she'll be fine? I'm not sure. That guy was pretty terrifying.
Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary.
Number 2.
He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tighnari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently. And that even
He got
the sages
expelled.
are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
We underestimated the scale of this problem. We underestimated the number of parties involved.
Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui.
Of course they are.
What are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
That and something else. We need to find a way to reunite with Nahida.
Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Let's start our own investigation. Let's go find someone else who might be involved.
You mean...
Let's go find Tighnari.
Oh, right!
Tighnari?
Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Avidia Forest? That has to be the same project! Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Oh god.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
It's more like you fell into my trap.
Did you come here to arrest us?
Core of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
Oh, Daughtray again.
The Outcast? An outcast from the academia?
Sounds like the Doctor.
But why wouldn't the Doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Local mercenaries might have an edge over the Fatui. Maybe he's taking advantage of the academia's resources.
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
Well, time to beat some air my butt.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like?
It probably won't be long before we see more of them.
Yeah, looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tighnari? Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here?
I hate to break it to you, Kale, but the subject of your trauma is back here in Sumeru.
Kale, it's nice to see you again. Are you doing alright?
Traveler smile.
To be honest, I'm not doing too well.
Edge.
My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a
Edge.
result, Master Tighnari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Oh, Kale.
It seems that curing Irminsul is our only chance.
Speaking of Tighnari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tighnari? You just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI.
DI.
He left? But isn't Tighnari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation.
here too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though.
He didn't give a reason?
No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Immortal Darshan of the Academia, and Partis Di is something like the Immortal's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis Di.
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Partis Di.
Well, please take care of yourself, Kale. Don't push yourself too hard, Kale.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards.
You got it.
Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
Oh, Catherine.
Wait, look who it is.
Catherine. Nahida.
Goodness, you're okay. We were so worried about you.
You are Nahida, right? You haven't been reprogrammed by the doctor, have you?
Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
I agree. I believe you.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Exactly.
We understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people alright?
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix.
I see.
Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
Phew.
What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us.
I wouldn't be relieved just yet.
Yeah.
I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards.
Yep.
Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha.
We need to hurry. Our position will only get worse with time.
Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Partis Di? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in.
Oh.
You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
Nori.
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay. Let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Or Hypatia. Not sure.
traveler. It is you!
Hi.
Ah, the voice! It's Hypatia!
Long time no see. Didn't expect to run into you here.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Bow.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Oh.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
What do you think?
What's that early as fuck stream? It is because of the Genshin update. Hello, Unarmed. Thank you for the boop. Up. Switch is not working properly right now, so there's that. How are you doing?
My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
Oh, really? Sus.
You did it! Congratulations!
I'm really happy for you. You're truly amazing.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last.
You just woke up? Good morning. How am I doing? Not gonna lie, I feel pretty sick. My stomach feels very, very bloated.
When my consciousness made contact with the gods, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was!
That's a very interesting expression. Thank you for the pats. I appreciate it.
That sounds incredible!
Actually, we're here for Tignari. We're in a hurry, so let's chat about this next time. The second option sounds kind of rude. But both actually sound pretty rude, Sedge.
Oh, alright. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you.
Oh? Promise.
Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights.
Uh-huh.
My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
We're here with the divine. The divine is actually right next to us. Ironically.
You can do that?
Do you believe her, Nahida?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit-born ale with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Sasuke.
Ready?
What is with this Act 3, dude?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand.
Huh?
The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies.
My
fury will never be quelled.
What is happening?
The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother.
Sedge.
Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family.
Oh, he looked so cute.
consumed by fear. He saw me as an abomination.
Edge.
The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me.
Feels bad, man.
Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face.
The
My
villain
chest will never
backstory.
again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
He's so cool. He's terrifying, but he's so cool.
What was that?
That is... What? What? What was that? This is neither the Greater Lord's consciousness, nor King Deshret's consciousness.
Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him.
But why?
But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
What a sad backstory. Yep.
Felt it right. Such a majestic god. Such a noble will. Such sublime emotion.
Sus.
Alas, shame. If only...
Sus.
If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God, please grant me forgiveness and salvation.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Purina life, but rather...
Wake up, Hypatia.
Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Why is she mod checking? Mod check?
Hypatia?
Mod check?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Edge. She's just gonna leave? What is happening in this quest, dude?
Wait, something isn't right.
Oh no, there's more! There's more! Why is there more? Oh no! Oh, I love this music. Holy! Oh no! No, dude! E.T. What? Did we become Nahida? What is happening? What is this third act, dude? Why is it so trippy?
Okay, we finally lost him.
Tignari?
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
What? We exchanged consciousness. We did actually exchange consciousness. Us and Nahida exchanged consciousness. Swapped bodies, basically. It's me. What just happened?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here.
Did Paimon just say the name Nahida in front of Tignari? This time, she didn't just transfer her mind into my body. Our minds swapped places.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
She is
I never imagined that an
locked.
individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore.
No.
But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
A shower of starlight.
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Is that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
It's in a code that only we know. We can't let the doctor figure out what we're up to.
Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful.
Holy
Even
crap,
in a
dude.
moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria.
The moon refers to Nahida herself. Starlight refers to the people of the desert. Illusions and lies refer to the Academia's plans. Starlight refers to the people of the desert.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this
whoops.
Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
He's so shocked. Yeah, this is a common occurrence for us, getting tangled up with, the Archons. Yeah, about that, Tignari. It's a long story.
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself.
Yep.
I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
I think I know what the project is about. I just received some new intel.
Huh? Did Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
The academia is turning the balladeer into a god.
What?
Do you have any evidence?
I saw a nascent god under construction. Hypatia also showed us a so-called divine consciousness. Nascent god. Under construction. Oh. Oh, like... Kinda like, Raiden. Describe what you saw when you exchanged consciousnesses with Nahida.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Sheesh.
Tighnari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Party's DI and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village.
Oh.
Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
The Fatui is also behind some of this. The Fatui may have fanned the flames.
The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time.
Yep, for sure.
From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals.
Let's head to the desert for now. We must stop them no matter what.
Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tighnari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route.
Caravan Rabat. I already went there.
Anything else I can do to help? May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
No, Tighnari. I wanted to hang out with him a little more. Alright. Sinnoh? Kandake? Anyone? Are we meeting anyone here?
We made it to Caravan Rabat. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh?
The wall.
Oh, wow.
That's a wall?
Someone remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel.
Samuel.
It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
I didn't really think it was a wall. It is indeed quite impressive. Truly awe-inspiring.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
I'll hate them!
Huh?
Exactly my same reaction. I'll hate them. Hog, it's good to see you again. Let's go!
Over here.
Where are we going? What's going on? Dude, there's so much to unpack in this whole act alone. What does the fourth one...
Where did she go?
She. What does the fourth even have?
How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
Oh, they were chasing us.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working
That was
for
cool.
this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thanks, Alhaitham. We couldn't have shaken them without you.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
Of course.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here.
What happened with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, by the way?
Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait,
Don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders!
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Yeah, exactly.
right. You do have a point.
Did you participate in the Sage's big project?
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the Sages can offer.
Oh? So, you were actually looking for me?
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties.
Huh. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Thank you. Stay hydrated as well. Drink water.
Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be.
Oh, so he's joining us on our way to the desert. Cool.
Which brings me back to you and why you're so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The leader of Ainul Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
It must be because I was so shocked to hear those words again. World, forget me.
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
The situation is a little complicated. I can't share what I know just yet.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
Yep.
That's
You
right.
wanna tag
We have
along?
the same plan as you, but we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Sounds good. Let's head there together then.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
More cutscenes.
Before us
No.
lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Oh. Another cutscene. Wow. This act is just full of cutscenes. Sinnoh! He's here! Yo, chill. Yo! Calm down! Why is the volume so low? Ah, he's Spider-Man. Sheesh!
Son.
What a great
Unless my memory fails me,
Introduction.
we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Sheesh.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Calm down, you two.
Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Hatham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I've
Sheesh.
been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight.
The Divine Knowledge
Take it.
Capsule?
The
Yeah.
divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Yep.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
Yep. We got debated. So you did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance.
He's collecting scarabs so I can ascend him.
Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Is it a mission from the sages? Bullseye.
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them!
Look at you two,
Dia!
acting all tough and self-righteous over
Hi!
there.
Hello!
Wait, Dia?
Hello, pretty lady! Long time no see!
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
So many characters in one
It
place.
looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all.
Duking it
Something
out.
you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Sheesh, you tell him, Dia. You go, girl. So it's either you stop the fight, or I'll end it for you. Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dia. They're still looking for an opportunity to attack.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Wind. Why is this a dialogue? That was so random. Whoosh.
Whoa,
It's Darude.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quick!
Kandake!
Cover!
Oh my god, this quest is a major W. I'm seeing so many characters in it. Let's go! Hi Yoshi, welcome in. How are you? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well.
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like Candace.
Kandake!
Come on, you two! Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
Move your
Fine,
molasses.
stop yelling.
Move your molasses. What are you looking at? Of course. Of course. Come on, you two. Get a room. For the love of God. You're doing good. You just woke up. Probably gonna go back to sleep. You need to fix your schedule. I hope you get to fix it. How am I doing today? I am doing quite alright. Aside from my stomach being completely bloated and me feeling gassy. Yeah. That doesn't feel too good. Other than that, I'm alright though. But have a good night if you're gonna go back to bed. What's with all this staring and silence and awkward just sitting here together?
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
Damn, when did Paimon develop a sense of humor?
The air is so thick and heavy. I can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru village.
The S's.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
You have my gratitude.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect
I
our
love her
fellow
eyes
villagers
so
from harm,
much.
I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started.
Oh.
And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest.
Oh,
If
the
anyone
S's, dude.
dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
Spoke too soon.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Did I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
A heart to heart.
To be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Have a heart to heart talk, both of you. Let your feelings out. Hug it out. Hug it all out. So proud of me. Thank you. Omega Poggers.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
Wow.
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While all Hatham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
What?
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself.
I knew it.
I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a
Of course
formal
it would
audit
be him.
request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me.
Yep.
I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
So you then decided to exile yourself? To exile yourself?
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions.
Fair.
I will never give up on this investigation.
Never gonna give you
There's no
up.
need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages.
Why can't we work together?
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
It's still too early to trust him completely. What if that whole story was just made up?
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage.
Oh.
The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
Oh.
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
From the very beginning, Alhaitham was... The sages were watching me from the very beginning. Yep, it's just like a child again. It's just like child all over again. I'm getting another sense of deja vu.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
Greedy.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
God, I love his cape.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
What about your encounter with me? Did you join forces with me just so you could investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Now that you mention it, things did go like that. Is that enough to prove his innocence?
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this.
Riddle me
Did
this.
the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
It's like I'm just watching this all unfold.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings.
She's like a mom.
And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
Oh, wow. Dia is just like that sassy middle child. And then Alhaitham is like the eldest, and Sino is the youngest. There's a drop? Yes, there are drops. There are Genshin drops, once again activated.
My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home.
Think you need to not see this? Yes. You should not look. You're not supposed to see this. You're supposed to be at the stream. So yes, people, why, Dave? Thank you for the lurk if you're gonna lurk.
I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here.
But
then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
We'll stay here for now. Maybe I have to lurk while playing. For the drops. Alrighty. Thank you for the lurk. You need to catch up for the next banner. Yep. Next banner is probably gonna be Nahida. I don't know. I don't know what other character comes with her in the next update, but yeah. Good luck.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
You want Dia?
That's more
oh,
like it.
I see.
I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
Is it Sino's
No need
Anubis?
to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home.
Or something?
I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
You're tired of D-Luke. Understandable.
In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Oh.
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
How do you even deal with sand?
Just leave them to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
I see. After a while, the winds outside begin to calm.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right?
I see. Understandable. Have a good day.
Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Ooh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Not only is she really strong, her stamina is also something else.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
Fish!
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Hopefully. Sheesh, this is such a cool screenshot.
What we fought just now was
No!
probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Oh, hello?
Huh? Who are you?
The village elder?
My apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children.
The village elder?
I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Sorry for all the trouble.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Here we go again.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything
Who
in
mentioned
the natural
earthquakes?
world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves.
Nod, nod.
Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars, exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest.
Oh.
The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Ignaria also brought this up before. Hypatia was also nearly exiled to the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace.
Sus.
But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins?
Stop aggravating him, I'll hate them, goddammit.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Sheesh.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help too.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
That's why this is a great opportunity to watch him. It'll be fine. Dia and the others are here too.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Alright.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do they refer to the mad scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down.
Huh.
Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory.
Oh.
Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
It must have been Nahida's power. Only she could be capable of that.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
Yeah.
So,
about that.
What do you make of the story?
That mad scholar's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanali. Lesser Lord Kusanali was actually the one who protected the village.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
Yes.
The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
People said.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
She also saved me once not long ago. We saved Sumeru City together in the not-so-distant past.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Amugas.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You betcha.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Knock knock.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
I wonder when Sino's gonna start making bad jokes. How close do we have to be with him for him to start making bad jokes?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
Clearly.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
He's not good with kids.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Aww.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Please help him, Sino. Or, please help him, Sino.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
He's so cautious. I mean, I guess it's understandable. How long do I have left? You approach the village chief's house. Sino asks Isak to wait nearby.
Vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away.
No.
Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive.
Feels bad.
Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep.
That's so cute.
The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him.
No.
However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression.
The grandpa was Kusanali. It was Nahida, people said.
It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
They do.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Lucid Grandpa was probably Nahida. He must have soothed the other mad scholars as well. From the look on Sino's face, he's probably connected the dots as well.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Oh. Man, I'm starting to get a little bit sleepy. Which is fair because I didn't get sleep at all.
Hey, Isak!
Hello!
Oh, it's you guys! We've cleared everything up! Let's go find your grandpa!
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Alright, sure thing. Oh, that's Act 3 done.
All you have to do is stay a minute, just take your time. The clock